Hey, what's up everyone, this is me, Dre. I'm going to pick up my daughter from school. I seem to make a lot of videos when I'm on my way to pick up my daughter from school, but it's convenient. I wanted to talk about the media and cooning for ratings. Now, there's a lot of different shows out there. Some that I do enjoy, such as Game of Thrones. I'm a huge sci-fi and fantasy type fan. But there's also a lot of shows, reality shows. Ever since MTV came out with The Real World, there's just been an explosion of different reality shows. In today's age, where you have BET, WeTV, Bravo, and all those other channels, there's an abundance of shows where it has black people of near celebrity status, and they have a lot of money, and what you see is a lot of buffoonery and coonery on those shows. Now, and they're active participants, you know, when you have like Black Ink, any one of the stupid housewives shows, especially like Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, Football Wives, Baseball, a lot of those shows, even with some where they're not wives, they're just past girlfriends or fuck buddies, whatever. But one of the things that really bothers me about those shows is the fact that you have the media basically making ratings off of black people acting like niggas. And a lot of people are entertained by that. But one of the things that has dawned on me is that I wouldn't be surprised if 95% of the time during the recording of those episodes, they're actually getting along. But because of editing and things like that, the networks are trying to piece together all the drama. So where you have a lot of these housewives shows where you see a lot of the catfighting and stuff like that, that's just to keep people hungry, keep people wanting to tune in to see what's going to happen after the commercial break or what's going to happen on the next episode. That kind of shit I can't endorse. I refuse to watch that kind of bullshit. And I work for a cable provider. Fortunately, they don't play that shit at work. Usually sports, they don't allow us to see that, and I really don't mind, because I'd be more inclined to quit if I was forced or subjected to watching that kind of bullshit. But a lot of people will talk about what happened with Stevie J and all this stuff, and when you watch those shows, again, a lot of times they're getting those high ratings off of black people having nigga moments. And there's something about that I highly disagree with, because it's showing that for all intents and purposes, we can have fame and fortune, we can have our lives set, financially and economically comfortable, and we'll still try to find a way to fuck ourselves over by stupid decisions. Black Ink, I remember seeing an episode where a guy, one of the guys, the owner of one of the shops, he gets arrested for, not paying his child support, and then he wants to blame the mom for taking him to court. I pay child support, and I know my ex-wife has asked for an increase, but I've always paid. It's garnished from my checks. I don't have a choice, so it's not like I'm not paying. The government automatically takes it. So I don't see why this brother didn't just take the initiative to go ahead and do so. If I find a new job, this is something that follows along with me. Whether I proactively go to file papers with the Human Resources Department, it's always made aware at the new job that I go to that I have to have an amount deducted from my checks. And I don't mind. I've been paying child support since 1999. So it's second nature for it to come out. Fortunately, I'll stop paying it next year. I'll have that extra money. But my ex-wife also isn't taking me to the cleaners. But I understand my responsibility. I had kids with the woman, and they're my responsibility. They are my kids. So it's part of the daily life. But when I see shit like that, and this is nothing new, I'm not an exception, because there's a lot of men, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, that pay the child support. But with a show like this, it's highlighting blackness and some of the failings of that blackness, and that's what I have a problem with. So again, just shit like that, where all this drama with these kind of TV shows and the networks like A&E are making money off of black people acting like fucking idiots. And once again, it leaves a perception with all of America that the ignorance isn't just about the lower class neighborhoods or the quote unquote ghettos. We're talking about people with money acting fucking ignorant. And you see some of the mannerisms and stuff like that. I'm not saying that they have to speak all eloquently and articulate, dot the I's and cross the T's. But when you have that kind of money, and you have lifted yourself to a higher status, act like you have some fucking class. That's all I'm simply saying. But for me, I refuse to have that shit on my TV. I refuse to watch it simply because it highlights the worst in black people. And we're not perfect, but then again, nobody is. But when the networks are purposefully doing this to get ratings, I have a problem with that agenda. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you because there's a lot of things that you can see on TV, but this isn't scripting. This is just people acting out their daily lives. And again, I would imagine 95% of the times as they're going about their business during recording, they're probably getting along. But the networks are editing it so that they highlight all the drama and all the fighting and all the niggerishness, if that's a word. If it isn't, that's the first word that y'all heard from me, niggerishness. And I have a problem with that. Anyway, if you like this video, hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook. Peace.